Hello everybody. In today's lesson, we're going to be continuing with our chapter 9 notes from page 10 onwards, and we're going to be looking at simple interest. Okay, so get your chapter 9 notes ready and turn to page 10. Now, what is simple interest? Basically, when you go to a bank and you deposit money into the bank will give you a certain amount of money, and this is known as the interest. Okay, why do they give you this amount? Because they're going to use this money that you deposit for other users, for example, to lend to other borrowers, etc. So in return, the bank is giving you this amount as an interest. Okay, let's move on to page 11, activity 4, where we are investigating what is simple interest. Okay, so Mr. Tan deposits $10,000 in a bank, which charges a simple interest of 2% per annum. Now, what does this per annum mean? It means per year. Okay, so every year, the bank charges 2% interest. Question asks, how much savings will he have in the bank after 4 years? Okay, so let's do this year by year. Now, in the first year, at the beginning, he deposits $10,000, right? So at the end of the first year, the interest will be 2% of that. So 2% of 10,000, you get $200. So at the end of the first year, total amount is $10,000 plus 200, which gives you $10,200. Okay, how about for the second year? At the end of the second year, the bank gives you another 2%. Okay, but this 2% is still on the original amount that you deposited. So it is still 2% of 10,000 and you get $200 again. So at the end of the second year, total amount in the bank is 10,400. Okay, then you continue doing the same thing. So 2% of 10,000 once again, your interest is $200. At the end of the third year, you have 10,600. Okay, end of the fourth year, the interest is $200 again. So end of the fourth year, you have $10,800. So the answer is, after 4 years, you will have $10,800 in your bank. So instead of doing this year by year, we're just going to use a simple formula. And this is the formula for simple interest, I equals to PRT over 100. Because essentially what you're doing is, for the example just now, after 4 years, how do you calculate the total interest? What you're doing is this. To find the interest for 4 years, right? You're going to find 10,000 times 2% times 4, because it's 4 years, right? Then you get your total interest is $800. So if you want to find the total amount in your bank after 4 years, it will be total amount equals to $10,000 plus $800 to give you the $10,800. Okay, so this is actually translated into this formula. Okay, it's called the simple interest formula. I equals to PRT over 100. Now, what does this P, R, and T stand for? Basically, P stands for the principal sum, which means the amount that you initially put into your bank, okay, which is the initial amount in the bank. In this case, it is $10,000. Okay, then R refers to the rate of interest per annum. Okay, so for this question, the rate of interest is 2% or 2 over 100. Okay, that's why there's a over 100 over here. Okay, and then the time period, right? So for this case, they told you it's 4 years. So it is just the number of years. Okay, so 4 years for this case. Can? So this is how you find your interest. You use I equals to PRT over 100 and then you get the answer. But this is only the interest. If you want to find the total amount, you still must take the principal amount which is 10,000, right? And add it to the interest and you get 10,800. Okay, so let's try an example. Let's look at this example 12. Kane made an investment of $25,000 at simple interest rate of 6% per annum. Calculate the interest accrued and how much Kane will have at the end of 24 months. Okay, take note that this time period is given in months, so we need to convert that to years first. Okay, 24 months is basically 2 years. Okay, so let's use the formula I equals to PRT over 100. Okay, so in this case, P is 25,000. That's the principal amount. R is 6%. Okay, so let's take it over 100. And T is 2 years because 24 months is 2 years. Okay, then if you press calculator, you would get interest is $3,000. That's only the first part. They say calculate the interest accrued and how much Kane will have at the end. So the total amount that he will have at the end, total amount after 2 years will be $25,000 plus $3,000, the interest. So total amount is $28,000. And that's your answer for example 12. Easy! Hey, Nancy deposited a certain sum of money into a bank 9 months ago. Okay, you may want to highlight the key points or the key terms. So 9 months ago, and received a simple interest of $33. If the bank's rate of interest per annum is 16%, find the sum of money that Nancy deposited. Okay, so they're asking for the principal amount. What is the principal amount? What is your P? Okay, so for part A, how do we do it? Now we realize that the $33 that they're referring to is the amount that she got for 9 months. But then this interest rate, right, 16%, is actually for 1 year. So let's find out for 1 year how much interest would she have received. Okay, so $33, right, is for 9 months. So in order to find the amount for 1 year, what we have to do is we take 33 divide by 9 and multiply by 12 months. Okay, and we get $44. This is for 1 year. This is the amount she would have gotten. Okay, now this amount $44, right, is referring to the 16% because they told us that the rate of interest per annum is 16%. Okay, so this $44 is referring to the 16%. Now, if you want to find the principal amount, right, that is just the 100%. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is if 16% refers to $44, what is 100%? Okay, so a simple calculation, 44 divided by 16 times 100 would give you your $275, which is your principal amount. Okay, we can do a quick double check by taking your 275 and finding 16% of that. So if you press calculator, right, 16% of 275, you would actually get $44, which is correct, right? Because we found out that the interest for 1 year is $44. Okay, so our principal amount is correct. It is $275. That's for part A. Now, what about part B? What is the simple interest she will earn in 4 years? So for this, we can use our formula that we just learned, I equals to PRT over 100, where principal amount is 275, interest is 16, time is 4 because you want to find out for 4 years. Take it all over 100 and press calculator, you would get $176. This is the interest she will earn in 4 years. Of course, another way to do this is you already know that for 1 year, she would have earned $44 interest. So for 4 years, it would just be 44 times 4 to get the $176. So both methods are acceptable. Okay, you would get the same answer for the interest she will earn in 4 years. Okay, very good. Let's move on to example 14. Example 14 says, Mr. Tan took a loan from ACE Bank. The interest rate for the first year was 4.75%. If the bank increases the simple interest rate to 5.1% per annum, Mr. Tan will have to pay an increase of $85 in interest. How much was his loan? So this one is very simple. We find the difference in the interest rate first. Okay, initially it was 4.75 and then later it became 5.1. So the difference is just 5.1 minus 4.75, which gives us 0.35%. Okay, and this 0.35 actually refers to the increase of $85, right? So we just want to find out what is the 100% because we want to find out the initial principal amount. So very easy, you just take 85 divided by 0.35 and multiply it by 100. Press calculator, you would end up with 24285.71. Okay, because it is money, we will give this to 2 decimal places. And that's your answer for example 14. Very good. With that, we end the section on simple interest. The next section on hire purchase will be covered in another video. I'll see you in my next video. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.